Good afternoon, everybody. How we doing? Oh my word, I am not muted. Oh god, I can hear myself. Most professional, unprofessional stream you will ever see. How we doing, guys? Welcome in. Hope we're all good. Hope we're all well. I'm not used to streaming at this time. Prof, thank you so much for that 51-month resub, man. I appreciate that. Jonathan, thank you for the follow and the likes over on TikTok. Welcome in on YouTube. How are we all doing? It is 3:30. Mate, honestly, I have been so tired for the last 48 hours. Good morning, Roy. How you doing? I will get everybody's points for hitting the goals on Domino Dreams probably after stream. Right? I will get all that done because Roy's hit chapter 8, Fire's hit chapter 9. Like, so many of you have been amazing. I appreciate it. Morning, David. How you doing? Right Down was good. Right Down was a lot of fun. Morning, Kim. How you doing? Afternoon. I don't know what time it is anymore. So, lots went on. Right Down was good. I went to TwitchCon. First ever TwitchCon. I met so many awesome people. Made some new friends. Saw some old... Just connected with people in a way that you can't really do online. And that's why TwitchCon's awesome. Including none other than Bram. Got to meet Bram in person and he was awesome. He really genuine, really nice guy. Very tall, very good looking. Made me look like the ugly duckling, but really awesome. Very happy to have met Bram. And he gave me some Stoopwaffle and some Stoopfaun. I think that's how you pronounce it. And some licorice. Hey Kai, how you doing? Welcome in. So yeah, did that. Walked around TwitchCon, saw some panels, met some more awesome people. Yeah, that one. Stroop Koiken. Yeah, that. I still can't pronounce things. One thing I will do next year is I will book a better hotel. Because, my god. The hotel that we stayed at, the bus stop outside it didn't run on Sunday. But the one 20 minutes down the road did. Make it make sense, because I can't. So, it was a bit of a mare getting to TwitchCon on Sunday, but we got there eventually, it was fine, and then we got a Uber back because there were no buses at all. I definitely did get my steps in. I don't know how many I did, Prof, but we did a lot of walking. We did a hell of a lot of walking. Glad I got new trainers for it. So yeah, did a lot. Bought some cool stuff. Most of the money that we spent went on food. We had some really good food. And obviously TwitchCon convention food is always well overpriced. But I got some pins. I got a pin holder. Got loads of stickers. Got some t-shirts. Met with some like booths. Met up with the Farm Sim team again, which is awesome. So yeah. Really, really happy that I went. It was an experience I'm very glad to have fulfilled. We are, of course, going to be on Plains and Prairies today. And then I would decide if I want to go back to Roadcraft tomorrow. Spoiler alert, I'm probably going to go back to Roadcraft tomorrow. So if you're about for that and you want to hop in and come Roadcrafting with us, you're more than welcome. On Saturday, I did 14k. Yeah, so if you did 14k on Saturday, obviously we had more steps to get in. We're looking at around 20 or 30,000 steps a day. Do you know what really annoyed me though, Bram? On the Sunday, I realised that upstairs, you know when we ended up upstairs randomly? That wasn't random. Like, they had an entire fucking section of panels and stuff upstairs that I missed, which was really aggravating. Because there was some panels I actually wanted to go and see. I appeared on somebody's stream, which was really annoying. Well, not annoying, no, that's the wrong word. Appearing on somebody's stream was awesome. The really annoying thing was going upstairs and realising there was a load of panels and stuff upstairs. I'm getting my words muddled. No, so I ended up appearing on Thorlaw's stream. And he had a really busy day, bless him. He got a last-minute invitation by Twitch, so they paid for his hotel at the Marriott, which is awesome. But he literally finished his panel... and then had 50 minutes to get all his shit together and get to the hotel. 50 minutes is all the time he had to get that done. So he was an out. I managed to meet Frisk. Now, if you've been around here for a while, you'll know some of these names because they're people that I've known for a long time. If you're newer, you probably haven't because they've either changed their schedule or I don't get to go by as much. But Frisk is awesome. I've known Frisk for a very long time. And that was really funny because she kept looking at me after the panel. And then she looked at me again. I went, you know who I am? And she looked at my tag and she went, as real? I was like, yeah, it's me. And then gave me a big hug, bless her. And we talked because, like I say, we've known each other for years. Met Ultra, met Curly, met Drongo, met Quiet. Quiet is as funny in real life as what he is on stream, which is hilarious. Got some cool pictures. So yeah, it was just a really, really good weekend. Like, genuinely, really thoroughly enjoyed it. Had the best time. And will 100% be going next year. I don't know if they're going to be holding it in Rotterdam, although I expect they probably will. Twitch are a creature of habit, and they like, you know, if they find an event place that they like and stuff, then they're gonna, you know, you want the weekend ticket next year. Yeah, seeing you both days would be awesome, especially because, and this sounds really harsh, but especially because that would mean we could get another lift to the hotel, because the buses after a certain time just didn't run there. Although having said that, I may look at getting a hotel that is closer, so it's not an issue. Oh, they've already confirmed Rotterdam next year, have they? Awesome. I might have to look and keep an eye on that and then book for it. Like, I don't want to book a hotel too early, but if it is going to be at the Ahoy next year, I might have a look. Yeah, a hotel in Zuid, maybe. We'll see. That's next year. I don't want to book yet, but yeah. Chu went to Amsterdam on Sunday, and she loved it. She had a lot of fun. She booked herself. She was telling me she went to a like a cadaver museum. I'm sure Bram knows the one I'm on about. Where they like people donate their bodies to science, and then they strip all the skin off so you can see the muscles and everything, and they explain how it all works. Really, very cool. Very, very cool. I would quite like doing that myself, to be honest, going around there and not donating my body to science. I mean, I probably will, but more going around the actual exhibit and stuff. And then the train home happened. And I got very stressed out and very tired because people are annoying. And we got on the train, and then halfway through it was like, yeah, you're going to have to get off the train. We've got another train lined up for you, but you're going to have to get off the train. We're like, what? So we got off the train. Apparently there was technical issues. And then after 20 minutes of being stood on the platform with no fucking information at all, they went, oh yeah, no, you can get back on now. We fixed it. So we got off the train, expecting to get on another train. Nobody told us that they were getting off the train. Nobody told the people that were waiting to get on the train that there was an issue with the train. So we had people coming up, and we were like, no, you need to get off. They've cancelled this train. We're getting another one. It was fucking chaos. I don't travel well anyway, as people know, right? I get really, really iffy with traveling and stuff. Grace, thank you for the likes. And yeah, so they said that, and then they got back on the train, and we had people sat across from us that were just really fucking annoying, really loud, talking to each other, laughing and stuff because they got a row instead of being sensible and getting seat there so they could talk to each other a bit quietly or whatever. So they just annoyed me all trip. Then my water bottle leaked into my bag. Hey, Fire, how you doing, man? So that was annoying. Then we got home. Got a train back. It was like midnight by the time we got home. I just wanted to go to bed. I'd had enough. I wanted to go to sleep. Then we came back this morning. I've got the puppies. I think I've got the puppies for like another 2 weeks. Hey, Jack. How you doing? We've got the puppies here again. I don't have any TR-EATs out, so please don't redeem them right now because I can't be asked to go and get them. I'm still very tired. And that was my weekend. We did lots of things, saw lots of panels, met some great people, ate some good food, got some cool merch from some really cool things. And now I'm here looking at the new DLC. I've changed some more settings in OBS, seeing if I can get this to work properly and stuff. I've managed to get the stingers. I don't know if it's a new thing, but I managed to get the stingers. So if you're watching vertically, you get the same stingers as thingy. Twitch did announce that they now have vertical streaming, but they've partnered with Atium and not Stream Elements. So I don't know how long it's going to be before Stream Elements gives us the ability to vertical stream to them through this. And I did have a word with them about the TikTok nonsense, and they said that it's because TikTok aren't giving them the API access, basically. So TikTok are holding it back. So we're gonna have to wait and see. A lot of them I liked, Prof. A lot of them I liked. So I liked the mod tools coming to stream mobile, which is going to be really awesome for a lot of people that watch on mobile. I like the fact that they're bringing 2K streaming in. I have, of course, applied for the beta to that. I did that as soon as he announced it. I don't know how I feel about combos. Combos seem a little bit meh. Good morning, One Bad Badger. How you doing? Or good afternoon, I should say. It feels weird streaming at 3:30. Or starting stream at 3:30. Yeah, so combos I'm a little bit out on. The whole collab streaming and stuff, I don't do a lot of that, so I'm a bit meh. Thank you for the rose, Jack. I appreciate that. And I did have a very hectic weekend. Clipping, yeah, clipping on the same screen as the stream so it doesn't break away from it. I like the fact that you can now rewind streams as well. That's really useful. And generally, you go in expecting this, right? You go into TwitchCon expecting a lot of new announcements and things, right? They always do a couple before and a couple after, but the majority meat of it comes out at TwitchCon. So yeah. Did not verify. Right, so yes and no, Prof. The combo things are for bits, so I don't think that's going to be sub only. And the collab thing, which is the merge chats, is going to be for hype trains and stuff, which they've already sort of done. So I don't think it's limited to subs or sub-only features, but it looks like you will be able to limit that yourself. Like, that's going to be in the control of the streamer, I think. As for the promotions, I'm kind of okay with that. You guys love a good discount every now and again. The issue with it is, I mean, I'm not going to have the issue with it because I'm not going to use it that much, but I can see a problem, which is the same problem that we had with Streamloots when Streamloots did it. Of course, Streamloots took the cut. Is the streamers may end up getting into the cycle of running regular promotions and discounts, which are going to wait to hold off because they're going to expect those discounts, which is going to hurt the streamer overall. So if you are looking at streaming, if you are looking at using the promotions feature, which is where you discount the subs like cost, you take that hit as well, so you still get 50% of the value, but it's 50% of the amount that the viewer's spending. So whilst it can generate more income in that moment, if you overuse it, then you're going to end up losing money overall. So it's going to be something that you should really use sparingly. But I do like the fact that it's a thing. But yeah, overall, the announcements were well received. They were good. I absolutely adore Mod Appreciation Day. I think that's fantastic. I did leave a note for my mods on the board, but then I forgot to take a picture of it because I'm smart. That and my handwriting's terrible, so you probably wouldn't have been able to make it out anyway. You know what I mean? It's one of them. But yeah, overall, I had a really good time. Really, really good time. So, that in mind, speaking of things, as you can see, we've changed to daily sub goal. I will do a 50-pack Streamloots giveaway every time we hit the daily sub goal. And that's what we're going to do this month. We're going to keep the points for drops. Exclamation point drops in the channel. And obviously, we are still running the sponsorship. We've got until the 15th for the sponsorship, so you can still get the game downloaded and do all that cool stuff, which is awesome. And I think that's it. We're going to go through Plains and Prairies today. I'm going to set up a farm. It's not going to be a very serious farm. We're going to basically spawn in enough money to buy all of the equipment, and then we'll get other bits and pieces that we need for it. I did have a look at the Farm Sim booth, at the DLC and its contents. Some of it I'm impressed with, some of it I like, some of it I don't. I think the best value things are the slurry spreaders. However, I don't know, outside of precision farming, how much you're going to use them. Slurry spreaders are incredible value. Everything else is a bit meh. But we'll show you for why when we get in. Right? But that's kind of where I'm at with it. That is kind of where I'm at with it. And then I think tomorrow we'll probably be back to normal schedule, and we'll probably be back on Roadcraft because I want to play that more, because I'm enjoying it. And honestly, numbers-wise, Roadcraft is still better. Like, as much as I love Farm Sim, and this is the release day, and with some issues like the Steam release being delayed if you were going through CD keys or whatever, honestly, there's not that much hype around it. Like, I'm hyped for it. I like new equipment, the new Ford and everything looks good. But, you know, real talk, looking at numbers, granted, I'm starting later than I normally would. If we look at the directory right now, there is 1,100 viewers for Farm Sim with the DLC that released today, and people having early access and stuff. But if we type in Roadcraft, which has been out for a couple of weeks now, numbers are definitely lower than what they were when it first released, but it's still... Oh, no, it's not. Never mind. There's some big people playing it right now. It's 8,800 viewers. Roadcraft has got a bigger buzz about it than a brand new DLC from Farm Sim. And it's a little bit concerning, I'm not going to lie. It really is. And I've made my concerns known and I've told them. But yeah. Truck Sim. Probably not that high either. Truck Sim, the thing with Truck Sim and with Farm Sim, they get a lot of players, but they don't get a lot of streamers. No, it's not, James. No, it's a paid DLC. So Euro Truck is at 1.1. The Euro Truck's as high as Farm Sim right now. And ATS is at 104. So, yeah. It's because people were able to see so much ahead of time, like on YouTube, etc., like pre-release content from creators who don't... No. Not at all. Not at all, One Bad Badger. That is... No, not even remotely close. Just because people have seen it early from like reviews and stuff, I just think that the drop-off on Twitch has been too harsh. There's been a lot of things contributing to it. One, we're in quiet season anyway. Like, we're in June now. This is typically quieter times. It's when people are out about doing holidays. People are still on the way back from TwitchCon and stuff. But also, the last couple of patches have not been well received by people from Giants. And if there are issues with the release and DLC and people playing it, they're not going to bother. So that's a big thing. And the DLCs have not been that gripping. Like in 22, I think the problem is that Farm Sim have done it somewhat a little bit backwards. From what I can remember in 22, when it came out, you had the Silver Run Forest Pack, which added, you know, the first premium DLC or whatever it was. And that added a new map and new gameplay mechanics with all the forestry equipment and stuff, and with the, you know, the community building, which they've put in 25 or whatever. But the DLCs for 25 so far have not included any of that. They've just included new machinery, which don't really... Yeah, exactly. Like, they've got some nice equipment, but, like, the only maps we've got are DLC, modded maps, really, and a few of the old maps from 22. And there's not been a huge amount of brand new maps because they take time to make. And the fact is, we know that the next DLC we're getting is going to be a map DLC, and I think that one, depending on what it adds, will get people interested. But people aren't that excited. Like, if it had been, and I understand why, because a lot of it is licensing and stuff, but the biggest sort of feedback I've had about the Ford tractors is they're not the Ford tractors people wanted. People wanted like the old T-dubs and stuff. And what we've got are basically just versatile reskins. And that's why people aren't that excited about them. And it's tough for Giants because obviously Giants are, you know, they're bound by licensing and things. They're bound by legal talkings and things, you know. So it's kind of hard for them. But yeah, the fact that they've not really they've I honestly think if they had brought out FS25 with everything that they had and then released Rice as a DLC, they would have had more hype, more longevity. Versatile plan. Yeah, exactly, Vio. But yeah, I genuinely think if they'd just added like the Ps and everything to 25 and then come out with Rice as a DLC with a whole new map, like if they'd have given us a different map and then released Toot and Pantai as the Rice map, I think they'd have got a bit more hype. Personally, that's just my personal takeaway, because it would have added more mechanics and stuff for the DLC and it would have made it much, much worth it. Because my worry is that the map that they're going to come out with, yes, it's an English map, and it'll be like the first, or we think it's going to be an English map, and it'll be the first proper English map that have ever been like released. If it doesn't add any new mechanics to it or anything new outside of that, I think it's going to flop as well. I genuinely do. Because it's been the thing that I've got from people, like. And the issue is, we'll jump into it and I'll show you what I mean, right? Let's do drops and then I'll jump in. So exclamation point drop in the channel if you haven't already. And then we'll do a mass drop and then I'll go in and I'll show you what I mean. Starting off from Mod Hub, yeah. And what we're hoping, the thing that we're hoping for, Fire, is that with us having a Ford branding, that it will give them more access and the mods will be better. Right, that's what we're hoping, but we'll see. Also, hey Lil Bryn, how you doing? Hey Nate, I hope you're well. Right, I don't know if we've got a mod on. I know Kai was here briefly, but I'll do the start drop. But again, that's relying on modders, which is a problem in of itself. Quite a few of you in the drops this morning. Everything's running well, but we're on Farm Sim. Not thinking, but I'm glad things are running smooth at the minute. Hey, Bram, that looks good. And me. An 80.12. There you go. Bram, you won yourself 10,000 souls, mate. GG's. Right, let's jump in and I'll show you what I mean. Right, I'll show you what I mean. I thought I'd already started this. That's my bad. So we're on a new map. I am glad to be in my own bed. I thought I'd already started that. That's my fault. But yeah. I have also bought a lottery ticket for tonight already, as the jackpot is at 199 million. Which is kind of bonkers to me. But yeah, so we are gonna do some farming, but I want to take you through because I had a look. Like I say, when I was at TwitchCon, I was at the booth, and I had a look through. Well, fat skin, there never was a 24, so I don't know what you're talking about there, dude. Like, the game is better than 22, massively better than 22. The problem is that because there's been fewer mechanics added, a lot of people still have the opinion that it's just 22 reskinned, which it isn't. But it's harder for them to market because outside of Rice and stuff, they've not really added a lot. of gameplay mechanics. And in my opinion, and I've said this from day one, they've not gone far enough with what they should have added. Right? Like with the starting options and stuff, they've not gone far enough. They haven't updated the loan system and stuff. Like they've relied on modders to do that. Contracts are still not great, and the reasons that they've given are clearly not good ones because modders have fixed it. Do you know what I mean? Like they just didn't go where they should have. But let's have a look. So, if we look at the DLC contents, right? The problem is that matched up to things that are in base game, they just don't match up. And this is the problem. Like, why would you get any of the Plains and Prairies stuff over stuff that you can already get in the game? And a lot of times, personally, I wouldn't outside of wanting to, right? So we've got the Versatile Nemesis, which I think we looked at with Bram. And it's not a bad tractor. Like, you can go up to 272 horses. You can have either a 3-point attacher or front weight. You can have a front loader attacher, which is the versatile quickie, and you can have the Acera Pro Compact. We're not going to include that because this is precision farming stuff, right? So, for 272 horses, a variable CVT gearbox, 375 litres, and a top speed of 50 kilometers per hour with a front loader attacher and a 3-point attacher on the front, it's going to cost you 239 grand. Right? 239 grand dead. That's without changing wheel setup or anything. That's just the basics that you would expect. And that is in small tractors, I believe. I believe that's a small tractor. Is it in the small tractor? Might not be the small tractor. It would be a medium, surely. Might be a medium. Yeah, it's a medium. Right, okay. I know what I'm doing. Promise. Where are we? Can't fucking find it. There it is. Yeah, so this is where it is, right? So, if we want one that does 272 in the medium, so I mean, it's a pretty powerful. We're looking at the Fendt, right? Which does 303, 262 would probably be the closest. It's 276, but it doesn't have a quickie. So actually, it could be all right. 271. This would probably be the closest. 3-point attacher on there. 271. Fuel tank, front loader attacher. Right, so it's 221 grand. So yeah, the Vultras are a lot cheaper. A hell of a lot cheaper. The only difference with it really is that it's got a manual and power shift over a variable CVT. Right? So the money that you're spending on the Versatile is being spent for that different gearbox. The case goes to 302. 271 again, look. Front loader attacher. 259. So it's a little bit cheaper than the case. So it's a midway between the case and the Vultra. And obviously New Holland as well, because they're basically just a reskin. The Steer, I think it's the same price, isn't it? Yeah. So the Steer, the New Holland, and the case are all the same. And then the McCormick, I think, is quite a bit more expensive. So the best value, again, the point is that the best value for what you want is going to be the Valtra out of them. The Valtra works out cheaper for the same horsepower, which is a bit of a shame. And this is the problem with it, is that there are still better options than what you can get base game, right? So it's like, why would I go for the Versatile when I could go for a Vultra and get more horsepower for cheaper? And this is what I tried saying to them. So the biggest issue you got here is that this doesn't have a front loader attacher on it. Hey, Farmer Bean, how you doing? It's a CCV gearbox, yeah. A CVT, sorry. But that extra CVT gearbox is like 40 grand more, Bram. That's what I'm saying. Like, the price of it is insane. It is. It's far too much. So this one's only got 400 horses. And it's got no front loader attacher on it, just a front weight. Which for a tractor shaped like this is not ideal. And it's only got a power shift, so it's not a manual, it's just a power shift gearbox. It only goes 40 kilometers per hour. And I'm fairly sure that there are better, like, how much is that one? 310 grand for that one. $310. So if we look in large tractors, which is where that is, right? Yeah. 310 grand for 400 horses. I think the Messi's a better one there. Or again, the Vulture. Vulture are cheap. Yep, there you go. Immediately. Messi's just... But I did say that the Messi's like the best value large tractor you can get because it's so fucking cheap. You got a variable CVT gearbox here, which is automatic, which is better. 425 horses, so you've got more horses than you have on the Vulture, and it's 20 grand cheaper. On the Mod Hub, and we're actually comparing the DLC right now, so we're comparing the Versatile DLC, which is basically what it is. If you look here, they're just reskins. And then the trouble you got with these two... And a 3-point attacher on the front, yeah. So the Versatile's just a non-starter for me straight away. The only time that one of these is going to be a starter is if it comes up in here. Right? If it comes up on sale, then it becomes slightly more worth it. But brand new, I can't justify the cost. And like I say, these are just reskins. And the biggest problem you've got with these is the speed. They only go 20 kilometers per hour. So it's cool to have Ford on the game, but are they usable? Are they actually going to be worth it? Because they are articulated, but like, yeah, exactly. Something like Oberthal or whatever, you'd need a transporter. You'd need a flatbed to move them around. No, not officially. No. But yeah, like you can have a front weight on it. You can have additional weights on it on the back. Which comes up there. But that's it. That's all you get. So you get 365 horses. And it is cheap. Like, they're a good starter. But that speed on any sort of map of any decent size... is going to take you forever to get to. Only the big ones in this DLC, David, because it's licensing. That's the thing you got to remember. It's all licensing stuff. Now, I was looking at some of the equipment as well from the Plains and Prairies pack. Like the Delta Track's alright, but again, it only goes 35 kilometers per hour, and you've got tractors that are... You know, you've got tractors that are 665 horses that are cheaper than this, that go faster with a CVT gearbox. Like, why would I get this instead of a quad track? Or the Clash Cherion, which does 50 kilometers per hour and has more horsepower. And this is the problem that they've got with their DLCs. They're adding new tractors in, but they're adding it for the brand only. Because you're not going to, like, go out your way to buy these tractors outside of just wanting to. And some people do. Some people just want to have a Ford on the thing. Right? Some people just want to have a Ford on their farm, which is fine. They're perfectly okay. Like, I know VF's incredibly excited to use these. But the playthroughs I do, I need to look after my money. And I can't justify spending that money on this equipment when there's better things out there. So this is the Vaderstad Seedhawk, which I believe you need to use wheat, barley, or canola. Additionally, the seeder offers possibility to seed directly, no previous cultivating or ploughing necessary. But you need the seed tank with this one. So this is basically a cultivator with a seeding unit on it, but to use it, you need a seed tank as well. Which, you know, and the problem is, not only does it require 550 horses, it also costs 312 grand. No, Inez. No, licensing doesn't work like that. Licensing is on Giant's end. You don't pay for the license. Giants pays for the license to add the Ford stuff in. Right? You don't need to download like, if there's a mod out there with Ford on it, you can download it. Licensing matters for paid DLC. So Giants buy the license, they make the contract, they pay for the license to then add Ford in the game officially. It's nothing to do with you. If you want these Ford tractors in the game, then you need to buy the DLC. Yes. But you don't pay for the license. That's not what you're doing. Also, hey Carly, how you doing, man? We're just breaking down the things. So again, like the Seedhawk, it's a nice piece of kit, but I'm fairly sure you need to buy a tank unit for it. And then on top of that, you need a big boy tractor. But it does have a width of 25.6 meters. So it's good for those bigger fields, right? And you got this big bad boy, which is the seed unit. I can't help but wonder if this is for the Nexus. Like, it looks like it's meant to go on the Nexus, and I really don't know if it is or not. But I can't work it out. I don't know whether this goes on top of the thing. Very big map, I think it's a big win, this. Yeah. Yeah, the tank's not cheap. Like 345 grand. This looks like it's designed for the Nexus. Cowlin, welcome in, man. How you doing? No idea, Niz. I don't know what you're on about. Oh, that tank, that attaches to that. So to use that and that, I'm looking at 600 grand. Certainly me correcting from the mods. Right, okay, cool. Thank you for correcting, guys, and helping. But again, like 600 grand. Like, it's so expensive. This one's not too bad. And me and Bram looked at this whilst we were on at the booth at TwitchCon. And basically, it is somewhat better value than the Kinsey and the John Deere just because of the extra capacity. Because it holds 11,000 litres of seed and fertilizer. Which is it's all right, but again, it requires 365 horsepower. It does have 18 meters, and it is a little bit faster as well, because 20 over the 18. So this isn't too bad, and it's only 290 grand. The auger wagons, they're okay, I guess. Wait, that's not an auger wagon. That's a fertilizer spreader. Ignore me. So this is your spreader. Holds 18,000 liters of, is it solid fert? Yeah, solid fert. So this isn't too bad. You'll have to wait and see in us. It depends what modders make and what they can get away with. If you're on about on console, I don't know. Possibly, but I doubt it. I had to run it on Big Bird. Then you've got the Independent Series, which is a disc harrow. I think I showcased that on one of the fact sheets. 18 meters, but again, it requires 600 horses to pull. So you're looking at big boy toys. Right, you're looking at big 4X fields and stuff for this. And again, it's 200 grand. Then you've got your tipper trailer, which holds 36,000 litres. Honestly, that's a disappointing capacity for how big it is. Hey, James, how you doing? Right? This is such a big trailer, and it only holds 36,000. If we look at trailers up here, your semi-trailers, this holds nearly 60,000. Right? This one holds 51,000. So, for this, granted it holds more. Actually, no, it doesn't. And it's more expensive. Like, why would you get this one? Like, why would I spend more money on this? It's nice, but going with these is just better value. Like, this one's only 75 grand, and it holds 51,000 litres. Right? Like, why would you? Why would you buy that over that? 25 grand cheaper. Because the back can lift up. I mean, cool. It's a tipper. This is a tipper. Like, I'm still going with these, you know? I'm still going with these over this. And this is the big problem with it is, like I say, there's just more... There's better choice with base game. Now, these things are amazing. Walking floor or tipper. I think it's a tipper. So, the slurry tankers are really, really good value compared to the slurry tankers that you get in game. Like in base game. They really are. And purchasing game on sales page. Yeah. Pretty much, Stephen. Pretty much. Like, the slurry tankers are incredible value. These are a really good reason to get the DLC. Out and out, these are a really good reason to get on the DLC. And fill the other trailer if it did see it correctly. Still not a good enough reason to spend an extra 25 grand though, Bram. And this is my point. So this one, the small one, holds 20,000 litres. You got the manure sensor in there for precision farming. But it's only 75.5 grand. And it comes with a sprayer built in. So you don't have to spend extra. It's got 16 working width, 16 kilometer per hour top speed, and it's only 75 grand. So if you're looking at 20,000, you are looking at that one that goes onto the back of a thing, or you're looking at the Flegel, which holds 18,000. This one holds 20,000. It's only 60 grand. So, I mean... But this one, you have to add the spreader to it, which ups the cost. Right? So this is only 60 grand on its own, holds 20,000 litres, but then you've got to add the spreader with it as well. Whereas this one obviously comes with a spreader unit and only holds 18,000. That one holds 30k, so that one is the competitor to that one. And again, this one comes with the spreader attached. So these two are really, really good. Because that's 125 grand, holds 35,000 litres. That one's 212 grand. You need to add the spreader to it, and it only holds 27,000.
Follow me, please. It is definitely not a...
Trivium, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. So the GEA spreaders and transports are incredible. Right? 126 grand, it holds 39,000. This holds 30,000. So this one holds 10,000 litres more, and it's only 30 grand more. So, yeah, the GEA's absolutely fucking incredible. Hey, Adam, how you doing? I will get round to that, Dan. We're busy comparing things. I'm sorry you missed out on seeing the tractor. I haven't bought one yet. We're going through and seeing what's worth and what isn't, right? So, again, the GEA is fantastic. The Fendt, unfortunately, really disappointing. Right? The Fendt, I really, really wanted to like this, but the Agrifac's just better. The Agrifac is simply better. Right, here we go. So the Agrifac is 420 grand. So it is... I got that, Cowlin. So the Agrifac is 420 grand at start, right? Without the spot spraying and the pulse whip modulation and everything. It's 420 grand. 400 horses. It's a variable CVT gearbox. Top speed of 60 kilometers per hour. Top working speed of 25 kilometers per hour. 36 meter working width and 8,000 litre capacity. Right? The Fendt starts at 409. If you want the liquid logic sprayer, it takes up to 449 grand. So immediately more expensive. This is how it comes, right? 315 horses, so it's less powerful. Hey Harry, how you doing? Variable CVT gearbox, 567 litres, 58 kilometers per hour, so it's only a little bit slower. 25 kilometers per hour, but it's only got 27 meter working width. The agri-fac obviously goes all the way up to 54. You can up that to 365 with the 937H. And then you can change the working width up to 40 meters for an extra 26 grand. So you're looking at $500,000 for this piece of kit. And also this tank setup is set in gallons, which makes no sense. So it only holds 4,921 litres. And it's 506 grand. Now, what is nice with this, right, is that you can change the configuration here. So you can have the fertilizer spreader with it, which is 36 grand. Now, obviously, once you've bought this, you can then switch between them. But you're still looking at over $500,000. And this fertilizer spreader does not do lime. So you're still better off getting the Brendel and then maybe the Agrifac or like a tractor with the thing. You're going to be saving so much more money. The Fendt is nice. It looks good. I like the fact you can customize it, but it's not worth the money. In my opinion, it's simply not worth that cash. And again, this is my big issue with this DLC, is that outside of these two things, everything else, there are better options on the game as already. You're paying for the name. And then you've got the International. Now, I like the International truck. This isn't bad. You can have the full risk sleeper thing. You can have the bigger engine in it. You can have mirrors, sun shield, tank setup. And then you can change the colours. It's not bad. It's another truck, right? It's only got a power shift gearbox, though, which is a bit of annoying. But it does go 90 kilometers per hour, the same as other trucks. And it's international. It's nice to get international in the game, right? I think typically we've only ever had Mack trucks for American trucks. So yeah, overall, it's not a bad DLC. It's got some nice equipment, but I don't know. I think the problem is that it doesn't really give players more option, because like outside of them wanting to use that brand name, you're not going to really, which is a bit of a shame. I'm good. Sitting and planning a recap video for the TwitchCon after party. Thank you for the work they put in. Nice, man. Yeah, I didn't go to the after party because I wasn't important enough. Right, somebody wanted to have a look in the Ford. I mean, it's a tractor. It's not that great. We'll have a look inside it. There you go. This is what the inside of the Ford looks like. Lower it down so you can see. Interesting, it's got digital readout and stuff, though. For the music community from scratch. Oh, I see, I see. So, like, it's not out there amazing, honestly. It's just, I don't know why people are so obsessed with the thing, because it's not, you know, it looks good. I love the detail for it. Like, you can see the timing belt and the fan move and stuff. Like, it's a very high quality DLC. Like, they look good. But is it worth it? And that's what you guys got to ask yourself, right? Is it worth this? Would I get this on my farm? Now, we're on SOBOLEWO, I think that's what it's called. And if we look at what we own, We own 136, 135, 14. Got 159, 159. So it starts us with like 4 bits and a house. I should probably look at settings and slow the time down, huh? $15 real time. Hard economic difficulty. We'll turn crop destruction off. Oh no, we can leave it on. We can leave it on. Periodic plan required. We want that disabled. Weeds and fieldstone. Enhanced loan system. That's what that is. Use up your tires, precision farming, and then better contracts. So we want field purchase discount. We're going to go down to 2% again, and we're going to go up to 20 because I like that setup. It's good. 100%. Field work we can leave because that should have been fixed with the patch last week, so that's fine. Hide inactive contracts, stay on new contracts list, debug mode. Beautiful. Right, so that's all set up then. So if we go and have a look, and we'll see how this tractor runs. And I've got power tools on so I can sport in more money, depending on what we're doing. So this is just farmland that we own with nothing on it. Love that for us. This is just a... Okay, cool. So it's given us the horse. We're going to sell that because it's useless and shit. Because they haven't fixed it, so it's still broken. So makes no odds to me. But yeah, so we don't have any field there. We've got this field here. Oh, wonderful. I love that. I love that for us. So all the fields I own have already been harvested. Yay me. So if we go to growth and we look at ready to harvest, and we'll buy some fields and then we'll get some stuff in. Well, I mean, we've only just started. Like, I had a look at it at the weekend at TwitchCon, Ollie. I think it's nice. I think it looks good, but I'm not completely sold on it, if I'm honest. Proper look, yeah, thought I'd come by you for it. Well, we've literally just gone through all of the equipment. We're going to use some today. I'm just buying some fields and stuff to get going. This is a very odd map. No, it doesn't, and I think that's half the problem. I know that map making is hard, but we're not getting a map until the 3rd DLC. So I think that definitely plays a huge part. Right, what we got on here anyway? Visit. Grass. Wonderful. Love that for us. Canola. Right. So we've got some canola to harvest them. I guess we could get the auger wagon out, maybe? Buy the auger wagon for it. Holds 88,000 litres and we can just sit and chill with it. Requires 500 horses. Right, let me have a look. So since it requires 500 horses, 470. I guess we can probably get the big Roy. So what it drives like. Literally no customization with it at all. F12, let's spawn in some money. Right then. I guess we're taking the Massey up. Like, there's been no new harvesters that have come with it either, which is kind of annoying. And we're going to 26, yeah? So we've got to go out of here onto that road there. Is that road? Down and then up and around until we get to where we're going. Okay. Let's see if we can sort this. Surprised they didn't put the Versatile Combine in the pack. Again, I don't know what the specifics, and this is the thing. This is why I don't get mad at them for not having specific bits of equipment, but I do get disappointed because I don't know how good or bad they are at negotiating. But a lot of the issue is that they don't have the licensing rights, and it's kind of out of their sort of hands, right? If the legal team, or if they can't get a good negotiation, or if they've said, yeah, we'll let you have things, but only this, there's not a huge amount you can do. And what they need to do is they need to, do you know what I mean? Like, they need those connections. Now, hopefully they will be doing what SCS are doing, because I noticed that SCS are going to a convention either this weekend or next. I can't remember when. And they're building connections with other brands for hopefully new partnerships and stuff. And I think the big problem is that Farming Sim have been going for so long, they just sort of hope or expect that brands will come to them and be like, yo, please use our stuff in game. But what I will say is that Farming Sim have added a lot of new brands this time round. The problem is that it looks like in order to get all those new brands, we've got fewer bits of equipment, right? And I'm sure you've noticed, but like Vaderstad is very, very prominent in either DLCs or base game. JCB have gone to next to nothing. Gillifry, I missed you this weekend. I'm sorry about that. Shadow Walker 384 coming in with the follow as well. Gillifry, thank you so much for the raid. How are you doing today? I hope you're well. How was your stream? Grandad Mikey, welcome in. How you doing? We were definitely on that train. And I'm really bad at seeing people in person, apparently. But I hope you had a good time. Searched high and low. Better to search low, I'm quite sure. Also, make sure you're following my socials, because I was putting where I was and everything religiously on there. But how was your stream? Tell me all about it. Welcome in, Raiders. I'm Az. I'm a simulation caster on Twitch, TikTok, and YouTube. We're currently checking out the new DLC and seeing what it's all about. I did get early access to it, but I was away at TwitchCon this weekend. How dare I have a life and go into IRL events? The worst of the worst. But how are you doing today? I hope you're well. We were at Gate 5 looking and looking. I was not at Gate 5. I mean, I was at Gate 5. We went to the coffee shop just before Gate 7. So I was sat at Gate 5 for a long time. But yes, guys, go and check Gillifry out. Very kind of them to think of us today and come with the raid. I hope you had a good time at TwitchCon, though. Did you go to any panels? Did you see any of the panels? Did you like any of the panels? I hope you met lots of people that you knew. That's where we had to be. Oh. I think we were sat at Gate 5 for a little bit before I went, and then we sat down at the coffee table. But no, guys, go and check Gillifry out. It's the least you can do. Go and say hi. See when they're next live. See what they're up to. And thank you again for thinking of me today. I appreciate it. I had to meet up with some who live there. Oh, nice. That's awesome. Yeah, so my mod, Bram, he met us up with us on the Saturday. And then I just met loads of streamers that I've known for years. And it was good. And I went to a couple of panels. But again, thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. I'm very blocked up. Since I've come back, I've had nothing but hay fever. And I must admit, I have not missed... I have not missed waking up and being bunged up. Like, I didn't have any of that in the hotel at all. It's a really nice hotel, actually. It was pretty good. Loving ducks, obviously made friends with a big duck. Yes. Did you go down... They had a big duck thing on one of the shopping like promenades near Dino's. That was really cool. They had like loads of balloons up and stuff. It was really kind of awesome. Pardon me. And I'm glad you're doing well, Mikey. I'm glad you're doing well. But yeah, if you like what you see, guys, and you haven't already... Wait, that's grass, isn't it? That's not where we were going. That's a grass field. That's not where I want to be. Where is the canola field I've just bought? I know I meant a TwitchCon, but that would have been fun. Yeah, so we obviously did Twitch. So we came home yesterday. So we stayed for an extra day. And we did some shopping because obviously we got there quite early. And we put our suitcase in locker storage for a bit. That's grass. That's grass. Where is my canola? Oh, no, that is my canola. I've just not gone far enough. So 28 is grass. Okay, cool. So I want to keep going down here. I didn't go far enough. I knew that. I knew that. But no, it was good. It was really good. And I do intend on going next year. I bought a hat from one of the artist stores, which is cool. And I bought a pin thing. So it's like a little sheet that you can put all your pins on and stuff. No, we didn't. We didn't find any. We looked and we looked and we looked some more. And the only place we saw that did Bitterballen was McDonald's. And every fucking McDonald's we went to was out of stock. So we kind of gave up in the end. I will have Bitterballen next year. If I don't have it this year, I'll definitely have it next year. Right, where are we going? Wait, has 26 already been harvested? Is that the problem? I know I've got one somewhere. No, it is there. So where the fuck is 26? I've gone too far, that's why. Right, okay. I know where it is. It's fine. Got some duck pins, a bag. Missed out on the affiliate goodie bag, but I had a good wander around. I got the affiliate goodie bag, so I'm quite happy with that. I did manage to get that. Got my sunglasses and my little patches. We got a load of stickers from loads of people. Met Curly, Ultra. Bloody Drongo is fantastic. Quiet is hilarious. So yeah, we did good. Well, he lives like 40 minutes away from there, Hatham, so I'd be surprised if he didn't, to be honest. I'd be very, very surprised if he... Bramley. Like I said, very, 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 very blocked up. Half of the Netherlands, yeah, pretty much, man. You're not wrong. Well, the graphics much better on 25. Yes, Sam, they are. I'm okay. I'm glad you had a good time though, Gullifrey. It sucks that we didn't see you, but I'm sure there'll be other events and stuff we can go to, which would be kind of cool. Thank you, Ms. Blubs, and thank you for your first time chat. Right, need to make sure I get this right. With a bigger group. I'm not sure about going with a bigger group, but definitely meeting up with people. There we go. Wait. Enable straw sloth is that one? Not that one. Straw not available. Oh, of course it's not. It's canola. I knew that. I knew that. I'm smart. But yeah, well, like I say, !social in the chat, guys. If you want to catch up with me on X, on Blue Sky, Instagram, I was posting everywhere I was all the time. Lots of pictures and stuff there. Make it easier. Or next time, Gilly, feel free to just ship me a DM and be like, yo, we're here. Come and say hi. If you're on Discord or anything, like, don't be afraid to reach out and be like, yo, we're at this event. Are you here? Where are you? My nose, man. It is a wonderful thing. Hey, Spirit, how you doing? Aren't you meant to be, like, asleep now, Spirit? And yes, I know I'm not using, what's it called? GPS, but it's fine. Time off and had a brilliant weekend, but I did miss you. We'll be back to normal time and we'll probably be on Roadcraft again tomorrow, Hadam. Why is us on so late? I'm on so late because, well, it's actually normal time. I just went live so late. I didn't get back to this house until like 12 o'clock this afternoon. I'm fine. Also, some cool things that wasn't TwitchCon related. When we got back, we saw that all of my plants outside are flowering. I'm going to take a picture once I finish stream. I did. Thank you, Spirit. It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Really enjoyed myself. So what we're going to do is I'm going to basically buy all of the fields on this map and then just work them. Right? That's what we're going to do today. I'm going to buy all the fields on this map. It's a bit of a cheaty farm, but we'll have plenty to do. I'm going to merge a load of them together and then we're going to go to... we're going to buy some of the precision farming stuff. We're going to do soil samples and shit. I'm going to figure it all out. Gilly Fry, thank you for the subscription over on YouTube. I appreciate that. There will be some more YouTube content up. I'm very happy to say as well that I was looking at all of my Roadcraft clips on YouTube. They're all doing incredibly well. Thank you for the baby hippo. I appreciate that. I will hydrate. Thank you, Emils. Also, there is going to be some changes. I am going to be getting rid of the fan suggested list on Throne. As fun as it's been, having people abuse it, it's not fun. Getting trolley gifts when it's from the community, like, that I know and enjoy and stuff, is great. But having people come on and buy shit just to be a dick when they've already been banned and removed from this community is not on. So I will be getting rid of it. And we'll just have normal gifts from now on. Because they're going to ruin it for everyone and I'm not in the mood. Like, ordering a load of stuff to be delivered whilst I'm away, especially when we had rain, come back and all the boxes and stuff were fucked, is not cool. Tom, hello. Thank you for the heart me. TwitchCon was awesome, dude. TwitchCon was genuinely fantastic. But yeah, so plan for this is where we've got the cheaty power tools on. I'm going to buy all the fields. We're going to get the thingy Bobby Watt set on it. We're going to merge all the fields. We'll get it done what we need to not do, and then we'll move on from there. But like I say, tomorrow we're probably going to be back on Roadcraft again. I did, Tom. I did. I will be like collecting all my collecting all the photos that I took and stuff, and I will be putting them on TikTok as like a photo collage because it was kind of cool. What I can say is it definitely did not. I do not travel well at all. I get so stressed out. So stressed. Way. It's alright, we got a load of stickers from TwitchCon. And we put them somewhere and she couldn't remember where and she got all sad, but she's found them. She found them in the handbag. And yes, that's exactly what it is. It's not like the con blues or anything. It's just, it is very much a case of hay fever here is so much worse than it is in the UK, in Rotterdam. Like, I woke up every morning fine. I spent one night here and I'm like bunged up to fuck. So what we're doing with all the stickers, by the way, you guys can't really see it, but on here, on this little cabinet, we're going to put all the stickers I get from cons and from other people and stuff on here, because we were putting them on the laptop, but I'm going to be getting rid of the laptop soon, all being well. I need a new one. Like, I want to get a new PC first, and then I'm going to be getting a new laptop, because that one's about had it. Like, it's probably going to go before this, but I need a new PC to be more reliable and stuff. So when I do get a new laptop, all them stickers are going to go. Whereas that is going to follow me around everywhere because it's so useful for the wheel cam. Okay. Forgot about the wheel cam. I've also realised I've got the camera in the wrong place. But it'll be... there's no point in moving it because I'm going to be back... like, it's going to be in the same place again tomorrow, so... But yeah, so we're gonna, with the wheel cam being there and stuff, it's a perfect place for it. So I'm probably going to put all the stickers on that cabinet there, which would be really cool. So that's where they're going when she comes and sees me again. So yeah, going good. It feels really weird to be streaming at this time. And I've only been live for an hour or so. Ready and run, but need to go get sorted for shopping. Have a great stream and keep being amazing. No worries, Gilly Fry. Thank you so much again for thinking of me today. I appreciate it. You're awesome. I was gonna say, am I destroying that? I don't think so. Maybe? Do I own that bit? Wait. Wait. Am I owning that bit? That says 21, so why am I destroying it? Because I don't own that yet. Right? I mean, I will do in a minute because it's canola, but I don't have access to the field. No, so why is it... That's really weird. It looks like I've destroyed the edge when I don't own the field, so I shouldn't be destroying the edge. I don't know. Precision farming do weird precision farming-y things. Now, for me, on a normal playthrough, the Auger Wagon wouldn't be that good of a deal for me because I'd just get the Titan trailer, right? I'd just get the Colossus mod and get the Titan trailer, which has way more capacity. But as Auger Wagons go, again, I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's necessarily good either. But we'll harvest what we can, and then we're going to make some big fields, which will justify us having the thingy. I've got to decide what I'm having for tea tonight as well. I haven't thought about that far yet. Ronan's MIDI. Thank you for the likes. Welcome in. How you doing? I do like that drops are working so sublimely on this one. You watch them not work at all tomorrow. But what I will do is we will only use equipment from the DLC. Just to showcase it. So like, obviously there's no harvester, so we'll use a harvester. I don't think there's a plow. So we'll probably end up using the Lizard MT just because it'll be easier. Easier to make a straight line. But like the seeders we'll use, the planter we'll use. Things like that. The auger wagon we'll use. We could also get the International and the trailer as opposed to using the auger wagon, but I kind of want to bring the auger wagon down just because it gives us a reason to use the Big Roy. And then I'll have to have a look and see if I can customize and retrofit the Asera Pro, because I don't think I bothered. Which is a problem. Oh, fuck, I'm destroying all my crops. Shit. Okay. 7 for the pipe. And then we'll grab this bad boy. Gotta love a good bit of articulated goodness. So, one of the things... Hello, Khalik, how you doing? One of the big things that people have had an issue with, from what I've seen, is the fact that the monitor in this tractor doesn't actually work as a mirror. And honestly, they should have just made it a mirror. Instead of making it a screen, they should have just made it a mirror. You can ask, Khalik. I can't guarantee an answer, but you can always ask. Right, so I'm going to go up here and then turn very top. By playing it? Mate, I don't know what you enjoy. So I can't answer that. Like, if you're not enjoying a save after a few hundred hours, you know, after less than 100 hours, mate, I don't know what to tell you. Like, are you doing different things every time you do a new save, or are you doing the exact same thing every time? Because no wonder you're going to get bored if you're going on a different save, but doing the exact same thing with the same piece of equipment. Like, getting the most of hours in, you know, like, you shouldn't have to be working to get that many hours out of enjoyment of something. Like, play it until you don't enjoy it anymore and then switch to something else. Like, doesn't matter how many hours you've got in it. If you've enjoyed what you played on it, then you've enjoyed what you played on it. But if you want to progress further, then you need to find what you enjoy on it and do more of that. But I can't give you that answer. I don't know what you find enjoying. So, enjoyment, you know? I go down here. This is the Big Roy tractor that comes with a DLC and an auger wagon that I've got behind it. Which is all we're using it for right now at the minute. Just giving it some testing. Hey Dylan, how you doing? Welcome in. This is the versatile Big Roy, Ollie. Only does 21, 22 kilometers per hour, but it's got 600 horses. Articulated. Cool bit of kit. Not something I'd normally use because it's a bit too slow for me, but I mean, I've already given you a view from the outside, Ollie. Maybe start paying attention. But there you go. What do you mean? What's going on with the likes? Hello, you. What do you want? What do you want? What are you whining for? What do you want? Why are you whining, dog? What? Go and lie down. I think it's 15. You can check. I can't remember. Everybody knows how much the DLC is. Feel free to let us know because I can't remember. £9.99. There you go, tenner. £7.99 depending on where you're going from. Between 9 and 10 quid. Which is the good thing, like the price points. So if you know, Kalik, why are you asking? Why are you asking me how much it is if you can go and find out yourself? I'm confused. Right, so you just checked. So why did you ask? Can I even fit that through? I'll turn it around. What do you want, Herbie? Hmm? There we go. Cool. What? Is that what you want? What? Show me then. Show me. Go on. Know what you want? Are we empty? Beautiful. Right, on we go again. Why are you whining? I'm working. What do you want? I'd love it if you just turned around and told me exactly what he wanted. That'd be turn up for the books. What do you want? Come on, me going the wrong way. This is why we normally use GPS, but there's no point in using GPS until I have plowed all the fields and merged them and stuff. What do you want? What are you after? Go and lie down. Go and lie down. What do you want? What? What are you whining for? I don't know if you guys can hear this or not. What do you want? You want to lie down? Enjoy your ads, guys. Oh, I'm fucking this up now, look. Take out the bit with the tram lines. So, the order we're doing this in is going to be to do all the canola fields first and harvest it all. And then we can start merging as we go. I also don't know why all of a sudden precision farming is destroying, because I don't think I've got destroy crops anywhere mod on. I'm fairly confident I didn't add that mod, unless that's something that comes with precision farming that I've missed. But I always thought crop destruction only destroyed crops that you owned, and yet it keeps doing something to the field above us. You can even see it on the thing, so I don't know what's going on. The average Viking coming in. How you doing, dude? Welcome, 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 Ragers. Raiders. Loopy, welcome in. How you doing? Borat, good afternoon. Hey, Kev, how you doing? The average Viking. I love the way it says your name. How's your stream, fellow? How you liking the DLC? Did you get it all done in the end? Hope you're well. Hey, Fatness, how you doing, man? Welcome in. So, welcome, Raiders.
Just redeemed hydrate.
I mean, I can. I was going to introduce myself, but I guess we're going to hydrate first. So, welcome, Raiders. I'm Az. Hey, Mr. H, how you doing? I'm a simulation caster on Twitch, TikTok, and YouTube. We're currently checking out the new DLC. Honestly, I'm not that impressed with it. Like, it's nice, but the biggest problem I've got with the equipment is that there is so many things that you can buy base game that are simply better than the DLC. Outside of the slurry tankers and the slurry spreaders, there is generally a better option in base game for you to get. You're only going to be buying the equipment for the DLC if you want that brand, from what I've seen. But we're going to be using all the DLC today. That's all we're going to be doing. We're going to be putting it through its paces. We're on a cheaty map, which is why I've got 999.999 million. But guys, do me a favor, go and check out Tav. He's awesome. He's fantastic. Does a lot of similar content to me. Does a lot of farm sim. Does a lot of roadcraft. Does a lot of ETS. Runs a VTC. Those air spreader fertilizers. Yeah, if you're on about the one that comes with a Fendt, not sold. I'd rather just get the Agrifac or the Brendel K205 and a spreader. Honestly, the Fendt is incredibly expensive for what you get. The planter, I think it's the Vaderstad planter, which is like the competitor to the Kinsey and the John Deere. That's pretty good. Bearing in mind the John Deere is a mod, because it has the extra capacity and it does go a little bit faster. But the biggest downfall for me with the tractors is that there are better options. The small versatile, I can't remember what it's called, you can just go for the Massey Ferguson and get the same power and everything for less. The medium one doesn't have a 3-point attacher on the front, only weights, so you can go for the New Holland. Normal one with without the vent, and we'll solve our precision farming thing for now, which is fair. Like, if it's going to solve your precision farming issues, all good. For me, I can't justify the price for it. Like, looking at it from a purely sort of numbers point of view, I'm not overly impressed. And the biggest issue we've got, and the biggest issue that most people have got, is that the DLCs aren't really capturing people's imagination. And I was saying earlier that I think if they had have released Price as a DLC over the main focal point for the game, I feel like they would have got more interest. Like, I get why they showcased it and released it as the main point of the game, but get it gold plated. Look, if I was going to get a gold plated tractor, right? If I'm going to get a gold plated anything, all right, I would be getting. Where is it? I know I've got it in here. Forestry. Where's the forestry one? Tell me I've got it on here. I have. If I was getting gold plated anything, I'd get this one. And I'd knock it up to that one for 5,000 horsepower and 322 kilometers per hour top speed. If you want to talk gold plated, or we can have it in chrome. There you go, nice big silver thing. Or we can have it in green camouflage. Or winter camouflage. If I was going to go for gold plated. But yeah, like, I don't know. I'm genuinely not sold on it. I'm genuinely not. Like, the international's cool. But it's like this. Like, obviously you've got the tipper with it as well, which is cool. But the capacity for how big it is really disappointing. Like, really is quite disappointing. The Salford Air Boom, like you say, is not bad. But again, it's 200 grand. It's 200 grand. Like, I can't... That's a lot of money. Yeah, it holds 18,000 litres, but, like, that's a lot of money. And it only does fertiliser. Like, I'm not being funny, but I would rather, if it only does fertiliser... Psychic! Got all the raids today. Good afternoon. How you doing? I keep wanting to say good morning. Scooby, welcome in. How you doing? Thank you for the raids. Appreciate you.
Just traded with 26 viewers.
Yes, you did. Welcome in. Can we get a shout out for Psychic as well, please? Guys, go and check out Psychic. She's awesome. Happy Pride Month, Psychic. Hope you're well. How was your stream? What were you up to today? Tell me everything. We're just going through DLC bits and pieces. I had a fantastic TwitchCon. First ever one. And I clearly chose a good time to go. I really did. I really genuinely did. But yeah, we're just talking about spreading shit. That's what we're on about right now. Sci-Fi Park and Planet Coaster. Nice. Loopy, who just came in with the raid with Tav... She plays a lot of Planet Coaster. And she plays a lot of, like, 2 Point Hospital and 2 Point Museum. Should definitely connect you, pair. Good shit. So do that. Any help? Any help with what, Robbo? Sorry, I missed what you put, man.
Johnny Turbo just followed.
Yeah, if you got the season pass from CD Keys, you're going to have to wait a bit, basically. Johnny Turbo, thank you for the follow, man. I appreciate that. So, yeah. This air boom is 200 grand. Right? It's a cool applicator. 200k. Requires 360 horses and it's got 22 meter working width. I would rather just get the Brendel, which does lime as well. This is only the small one, but you could easily go for the big one, which is a mod. This one, the K165. Put the extension on it. Put the spreading unit on it. You get 18 meters working width, 18 kilometers per hour speed, 18,950 liters capacity, 88.5 grand. I'm sorry, I'd rather get this. I would rather get this. This does lime and fertilizer. It holds almost as much as the air boom, and it's half the price. But I'm a cheapskate. I'm a cheapskate. What can I say? How you doing, Vox? Welcome in, man. I hope you're well. But again, guys, go and check out Psychic. I don't know whether we got you a thingy shout out. Let me get that for you. There you go, guys. Go and check out Psychic. She's awesome. So like I say, you got Psychic. You've got Tav. Go and check them both out. They've been awesome with the raids today. I appreciate it. Here to watch the new expansion? No worries, White. The trip was good. I really did enjoy it. But yeah. Yeah, like the Brendels, just like both of them, the K105 and the K165 are such good value propositions. It's hard to justify anything else. Like, this is cool, but I can't do it. I can't justify the cost. I can't. Set you up. Fair enough, Beam. But yeah, so we are currently harvesting. And we are going to sit and buy a load of fields and merge them all together. And then we are going to use the DLC. Hey, Jono, how you doing? We are 1000% going to use the DLC because that's what this map's for. I'm just having a hard time justifying a lot of it. I'm good, thank you, Jono. I hope you're well. That's my only thing, is I'm having a really hard time justifying the cost of them. But instead of using the Brendel, we will be using the air boom. We will be using the Fords and the Versatiles. It's the Plains and Prairies DLC, Charlie. It came out today. But tomorrow I'm probably going to be back on Roadcraft. So if you want to see some more Roadcraft action... You didn't get the season pass. Some of it is. I think the GEA spreaders, the slurry tankers, are fantastic value. These two, best value propositions in the new DLC, in my opinion. 75k and 125k come with a spreader built in. So you don't need to worry about getting like the attachers for it. 75.5 grand for the small one, 125k for the big one. This one holds 21,000 litres. So the closest one is this. This one here, which is only 60 grand, sure. So it looks better, but then you've got to come out and you've got to buy the slurry tools for it. So if we go in and we look at this one and we look at combinations, you'll see it's 25 grand, 69 grand, or 46 grand for the attacher to go on it. Right, so if you want the one for 21 meter spreading width, you're looking at another 70 grand. So it's 140 grand nearly for that, which will give you 20 meters. This doesn't need any of that. Comes with 16 meter working width straight away, and it's 75 grand. Absolute fucking bargain. These two things, honestly incredible. The only downside to them is that they do require a fair bit of horsepower. But even then, this only requires 220. This requires 260. If all of the DLC, if all of the equipment on the DLC was as good value as the GEA, I'd be all over it. Unfortunately, outside of maybe the truck, and like I say, the Vaderstad Tempo, I'm not sold. I'm genuinely not sold on it. The DLC is a tenner, Tom. DLC is a tenner. But we're going to be using it. We're going to be buying all of the equipment from the DLC to use it in different various stages. We have got precision farming on, so I'm going to be buying, customizing it. Like, it's a good DLC pack, don't get me wrong, Tom. It's just, for me, I am struggling to see why you would use one tractor over the other or one piece of equipment over the other when there's better in base game. Unless you really want the Ford, or you really want Versatile, or you really want the Air Boom. I'm struggling to see why you would. But that is a subjective opinion, and that is the opinion of me looking at it cost value. Start Riverbend, so it'll be a bit before I'm ready for this one. This map is one that I just downloaded today, White Mojo. This like the DLC doesn't come with a map, unfortunately. This is just a map that I found that looked interesting, so I thought I'd try it. I think you will have issues on it. We're on Sobolowo. And that is all you're getting out of me because I can't pronounce it. But if you look on my YouTube, if you do !multi, I've got the title of it in the channel title.
Kev 2584 loves this stream.
Nice, Kev. I'm glad you do. Yeah. It's one of them. It's not bad. It's pretty. It's decent. It's got a lot of fields, but like I say, we're probably just going to end up merging a lot of them for this. You know, like there's not a huge amount of boundaries with a field. Like there's not clear boundaries with it, and they do look like they should just be merged anyway. So I'm probably gonna, like, since we've cheated the money, I'm probably gonna buy all of this and just make it into one. Yeah, it's all random. It's a bit weird. There's bits missing and stuff. And obviously with precision farming, it's a bit of a nightmare. So I'm just going to go through. And we're going to buy all of the canola fields and then just harvest it all. And then merge everything that can be harvested now. And then wait until, like, later on for the thingy fields to be harvested and stuff. And then I can merge them all together. How are you getting on with Roadcraft, by the way, Kai? You bought that the other day, didn't you? Not bought it yet. Ah. Do you know one thing that I think would help? It's the fact that there's a lot of bits of equipment that have got features that just aren't mechanics in the game. Right? They've got features that make them better IRL, but they don't translate to the game. So like trailers, right? Like you got things like the Karat and stuff, which have got the chains and bits and pieces that make them better IRL, but them features don't really translate to the game very well. And I think if they could get some of those mechanics in the game, like somebody added a mod, didn't they? Because I've got it and I showcased it for the cultivator settings. So you can have a deep cultivator act like a deep cultivator and actually go in and plow the field with that instead of having to get a plow to get the plow state or get a subsoiler. And then you got your shallow cultivator that just does the topsoil. I think if they incorporated that into the base game, and then they could have more cultivators that justify the price, because at the minute with cultivators, this is nothing to do with the DLC, this is just from what I've noticed. Without that cultivator mods, there is very little reason to go with the... Where's the Prolander? This. There's very little reason to not go with this. Silver Run, but far much better. right? So you got this one, the Prolander, which is just a shallow cultivator. But base game, you've got your deep cultivators and things, which is more expensive, but for no good reason, right? Requires more horsepower because it's a deep cultivator. It should be able to give you the plow state, but because the game doesn't allow for that, you can't do it. So you're literally paying 20 grand for nothing. Outside of the fact, obviously, the horse allows you to have the ring roller and the fertilization unit, but again, that's extra cost. You have those on, you're looking at 88 grand, but it's 7.5 meters still, and your base game just going to get the same soil state afterwards. Right? And I think that's a big problem. Like, if they made it so that you had your cultivator, your shallow cultivator and stuff, so that it justified the cost for it. Like here, look. 164 grand. Yeah, you get 18 meters, but this is 14 meters and 40 grand less. The only thing you're really paying for here is those extra 4 meters, which isn't really worth the extra 40 grand. Now, if it was like the mod where you could use this and it be a deep cultivator and plow the field or give it the plow state, then it'd be worth it, but it's not. And hopefully they look at that and they go, yeah, that's something that we can look at for next game release. Because then, so if I need a plow or a cultivator, you need both for base game, realistically, White. Realistically, the reason why you want both is so you've got more access to more contracts. Other than that, you really want to be plowing, because if you're sticking with base game equipment, plowing takes longer, but you get more benefits from it. But also, if you're using stones and stuff, you have to then pick up the stones and things like that. So again, both. It depends what you can be asked to do. Like, you can get direct seeders, so you don't need to cultivate. But if you've got periodic plowing on, you're going to need to plow anyway. So it's one of them. What's up, Herbie? I think Doggo wants to go out, even though he went out. Yes, it is, Mr. Yellow. Yeah, if you've got the season pass and you're on Giants, it's already available. If you got the season pass and you bought it on Steam or console, it's available. If you're on season pass and got it through Steam through CD keys, I don't think it's available yet. There's a delay with it. Right, as I was saying, Doggo's whining to go out for driving over them. No worries, then yeah, you probably want both then. Why, it's up to you. Like, it'll tell, the field will tell you if it needs plowing or not if you don't have precision farming on. I think if precision farming's on, you need to do some tests and stuff. But I'm going to get the end of this row, and then I'm going to let Doggo out in the garden since he keeps whining, even though he went out before I started streaming. I've only been live for 2 hours. Love that for me. And then we'll crack on. So with the auger wagon, this auger wagon does come with the DLC. Because it's higher at one end, you are going to have to make sure that if you're using a smaller harvester to go in at the low end. But I will be right back. Don't go ahead, leave faces. I know I went to the wrong screen. What do you mean? I know I didn't go to the BRB screen. I did that on purpose, clearly. What do I think of the new DLC? I think it's pretty, but not very functional. If I'm being 100% honest with you, Kai. As I've said, I just think that there is better, more viable equipment in base game than what there is in the DLC. Right, so the contracts that you were having issue with, White, should be now fixed. That is something that came out of the patch last week. They fixed a lot of the problems with the stuff. Also, I don't know why the game is so quiet today. It's normally not this quiet, so I don't know what's going on. Right, I'm going to get the end of the year. Big Roy in the fields. That's fair, Smatty. That is very, very fair. Like, if you want the DLC for the brands that come with it, then sure, it's great. But honestly, like, there are just, in my opinion, better options for the money, right? And that's the key thing here, is that there are just better options. Right, are you going to let me grab Le Canola? It is a little disappointing. I think the big problem with it is that obviously the prices are dictated by Giants because they're not accurate. We know they're not accurate because when 25 came out and we saw how expensive everything was, we had a look at actual prices and they've been scaled back. So, like, a harvester costs way more IRL than what it does in the game. Way more IRL. So I get them scaling it back, but that also means that they have a lot of say in how expensive or cheap something is. I don't know how much say the companies have or the brands have, saying that they can only make it a percentage or whatever. But the fact that so much, like, this equipment would be better if it was cheaper. Because, or if it did more. Like, the big thing for me is that if people are going to be buying a DLC, then the equipment on the DLC needs to be as good or better than the equipment that's in base game. And from my point of view, a lot of the base game equipment is better than the DLC equipment. So why would I buy the DLC equipment? Now, full transparency, I'm a Bronze Giants partner, so I don't pay for the DLCs. That I get that as a perk of being Bronze because, you know, I've put enough work in. I've managed to convince enough of you to use my code or whatever. But I'm always going to be honest about the game. And I'm going to be honest about my thoughts and opinions on it. The Nexat pack, that was really cool because that did add a new dynamic to the game. That, like, we sat and worked it out. We did the numbers. We put the maths in. And if you are going full Nexat, you start saving money after your third or fourth attachment for the Nexat, right? So that makes it worth it, because if you're on a big enough field that's flat enough, which is the Nexat's biggest problem, then you can get value out of that. The problem with the Nexat is they didn't also release a transport system for it. And that's where they, in my opinion, screwed up with the Nexat pack. If they'd have come out and said, oh yeah, there's this super big but articulated tractor trailer combo that you can get, that you can then load the Nexat and the equipment for the Nexat up onto, or, you know, a new low loader with a forklift, a special forklift that's heavy enough and big enough to lift it up so that you can then put it onto a low loader to transport it ready for the Nexat to equip it. So you can just drive with the Nexat around and then hook it up with the equipment that you need on it or whatever. I think that would have been insane. I think that would have been a really, really good selling point for it. But with this DLC, you're getting the DLC for the brand. And they've put some other stuff in it that's kind of cool or whatever. But there's nothing game-changing. There's no new maps, there's no new mechanics, there's a couple of new Fords that are just versatile recent. 10,000 people attended TwitchCon this weekend, Tom, so yeah, it was pretty packed. It was good though. And I think that's the way I'm looking at it. And again, my opinion is obviously very subjective, and I am talking subjective facts here. But that's where I'm at. I mean, they're fairly priced. It's only a tenner. I think a lot of the things that I noticed about DLCs on 22 were they were quite pricey, but at the same time, the packs you got gave you a fair bit. So I don't know. I really don't know. I love Farm Sim. I love the game. I love the gameplay. But something feels missing with this game at the minute. And Tom, thank you for the share. It feels to me like... It feels like they keep stopping short. Right? And I've said this since release, like everything they've released, it feels like they just didn't go far enough. For whatever reason. So when the game released and we saw the options that we got for sinking ship. I wouldn't say it's a sinking ship, no. But like, you know when the game first came out, White, and we were on about the starting options where you get to choose how much money you start with, what loan you're in and stuff, like the options that they added, but they didn't add more. They didn't add things like starting month, speed of the month, whether you have your... I don't think they oversold it. I think that they just didn't go far enough. And Kev, I completely disagree with that because they're just publishing it. So that's not it at all, because Giants aren't developing PMR. They are publishing it. So it's a completely different team. It's a marketing team that's dealing with that. Like the devs are developing that, so they're not that involved in the game. They're involved in marketing it, and they've been waiting for information to come through from the devs so that they can market it better. The financing mods, the financing game is awful. The financing and the loan system in game is awful. The mods that they brought out fix it. And again, it like they just didn't touch it from 22. And I don't know why they didn't touch it from 22. Because I don't know. I don't know why they didn't touch it from 22. Like, it's one of the things I really wanted to see was them improve on that, and they didn't. We had to wait for a mod for it. And again, it feels like they just didn't go far enough. Again, with the Nexat pack that they released. Great pack. Absolutely fantastic. But we've only got the things for the Nexat. They haven't added more stuff. They haven't expanded upon it. They didn't come out with super long low loaders and transport mechanisms for it. Moreover, they didn't come out with a map that would suit the next app. Like we've relied on mods for that. And that's where my frustration, if you like, comes from, because I can see how they could have added more value to the DLC. I could see how they could have added more value to the equipment that they've got, and they haven't done that. Mods always save the game. That's nothing new. But there's a lot of things that they knew about, and I can't help but feel like they were hoping that Rice and GPS was going to be enough to see them through. You know? And that's not to say that Farm Sim's a bad game, because it's not. I wouldn't have put as many hours into this as what I have if it wasn't. I mean, again, a lot of it might be licensing and limitations within the game. But... or maybe they didn't want to go too hard with the starting options because they wanted to be accessible to more people. But how is having more options, because you can select the presets still, a bad thing? And honestly, not allowing us to set how many days per month we want from the get-go and what month we want to start in from the get-go, when it is every time the new game comes out one of the most requested things to do. I don't know why they haven't thought to do it yet. It confuses me more than anything, because I'm like, well, why wouldn't you do that? And honestly, what? Yeah, the tornadoes and disasters, gimmicky as fuck, and most people I know turn them off now. Especially with me, because when I last had them on, it bugged out the game, so... Yes and no. Like, you can sit and do it on real time 1 day per month quite happily. But the general the reason why people put it on multiple days per month and then speed time up is so that you can get more done. You can see the progress easier. Like, I like running 4-day months at 5 times speed because I can see the progress and the changes I'm making having a positive effect. Whereas on 1 time speed, you can be waiting for that money, you know, you can be waiting for that to come in, and it doesn't always feel great. But ultimately, there isn't a huge bonus to it. Like, you run it on whatever you feel comfortable with. Never implemented well enough. Yeah, I mean, I think the real problem I've got with it is that they happen at set times of the year. And you always seem to get hail in, like, April, which makes no sense. Because in the UK, we get hail from, like, October to February, not April to May. And again, going back to the didn't go really far enough, like, they've got the community building where you can, you know, build up, like they had in Silver and Forest, where you can build up and make a playground, or you can make the temple for Houghton, or you can work on the grain elevator. But then they didn't add anything for our favourite map that I now can't remember the name of, right? They didn't add anything in for that, but they released the map anyway. It's like, why not? And then on top of that, you also have like the tornadoes and stuff, but they don't do anything to the buildings. If they'd implemented a mechanic where it destroyed the buildings of the town of the map, and then you have to collect resources to repair the town, that's something I said before we got the game. I said that was something I always wanted. I thought that was cool. right? The Europe map. Salonka, that's the one I'm thinking of. Yeah, Salonka. Like, they didn't add any community building for Salonka, which was a waste. Like, if you're going to release an old map, but make it new. It just... Again, it just feels like they didn't go far enough. They had a really good idea, and then they stopped short. And I don't know when they started development on the game, but it feels like they didn't start early enough, or they should have gone a bit later. And it's frustrating. Really frustrating. And I feel like I'm just bagging on the game when I adore the game. But it's because I want to see the game do amazing, you know? I want to see it be awesome. I want to see people's attention captured. I want to see more people streaming it. I've pulled up and brought up multiple times the drop off in the category. And again, Twitch numbers in no way reflect total player numbers, right? Just because people aren't watching it or people aren't streaming it doesn't mean people aren't playing it. However, if Giants want us to promote this, then there needs to be a reason for people to watch it. And the DLCs don't give you a lot of longevity, because once you've seen a few tractors, that's it. Farmers Dynasty can be the game to give Giants a kick up the bum. I mean, the problem is, we've said this before, Vox. Because there was that other one, wasn't there? There was that other farming game that came out that everybody thought was going to be really good, and then they tested it and went, actually, this is a bit shit. Oh, fuck. And the problem with it is... Oh, fucking hell. Cattle and crops, yeah. The problem with it is that Giants and Farming Sim don't have any competition, because they've got it down pat. They've got the branding. They've got the accessibility. They've got the mods. They've got everything they need to be the best, which means anybody coming up is going to have a really big, hard time. The only way Giants are ever going to see any competition, and I hope it never comes to this, because I don't want the AAA space to be ruined, or the farming space to be ruined by AAA, I should say, is if a company like EA or Ubisoft or Blizzard or fucking Bethesda decide to come out with a farming game of their own, because they're going to have the money behind it to get the licenses. They're going to have the teams behind it to implement all the things that we keep asking Giants for, and they're going to be able to implement it really well. The problem with that is that it will come with microtransactions and fucking for-profit things. So it's going to be AAA name, but it's going to be microtransactioned and forked. Which again means that people are still going to go to Giants. But the only ones that really do have that are those that have got the money behind it to give them that competition. And that's the problem. It's the same reason why SCS have got very little competition. Like, I saw that the game for the American Truck Sim, not the American Truck Sim, the Australian Truck Sim, right? I saw that that's coming out soon. And depending on how that is, because you have to get out the car, and they're doing that whole get out the truck thing like Alaskan Road Truckers did. If that doesn't land, then again, they've got no competition, because Alaskan Road Trucking's fell on its arse. Right. SCS are never going to bring a truck sim to console. The closest thing you're going to get to a truck sim on console is Alaskan Road Truckers. And that's awful. I'm sorry to say, White. But they use their own game engine. And that game engine is now over a decade old. It is never coming to console. I mean, I could be wrong, but I'm like 99.9% sure that SCS are never bringing their games to console at this point. That will always be a PC only, unless they update their engine. But if they update their engine, that's a whole new game. So unless they spring Euro Truck Simulator 3 on us, which I highly doubt, because they're still producing content for 2, then it's not coming to console. If they come out with a 3, like if they make Euro Truck Simulator 3 and they put that on No. No, I disagree, Vox, because you can customize everything with the controller. It's not the button configuration that's holding them back, it's the game engine. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it'll run like a new PC or not, Sheep, because it's the game engine that's the issue. Like, the game engine that they've made is not compatible for console for whatever reason. I can't remember. There was something that went into it. And so because they're not updating the game engine, or if they do update the game engine, you're looking at, you know, a whole new game. Unless they decide to do that and make a Euro Truck Simulator 3, I don't see it coming to console, ever. Wouldn't buy an Xbox to save your life. I don't think it's down to the potential or not. I think it's definitely a cost thing. And again, like, why would they? They've got no financial obligation to. They make enough money on it as PC only as it is. Like, if you don't buy it on sale, if you buy every piece of DLC for Euro Truck Sim, I'm fairly sure you're in the 500 or 600 quid range, if not more. So, and people do. People buy the new DLCs. So, they've got no real monetary reason to do that. They've got no real reason to go out and make a new thing. Like, they don't need to. And it means that they've got over a decade experience in the new engine. They know how it works, they know how it runs, and they can keep it up to date and do all that with it. So, right, we need more canola. Field 5, is that ready to go as well? Yeah. Right, field 5. I'm just going to get that done. Like I said, we're just going to harvest everything today. I guess this is a perfect illustration of what's wrong with this current DLC as well. Is that, like, the fertilizer and stuff with slurry and shit, right? But then to do that, you got to get all the harvesting done first and out the way. And this is why I'd like to choose what month I start in. I'd quite happily start in like January and start from the beginning of the year, and then start by doing all of the planting and stuff. That would certainly make showcasing a DLC like this a lot easier. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys agree with me or not. Like, how do you find the DLC if you bought it? How are you liking it? If you got the season pass and you've tried it out, like, what are your thoughts and opinions on it? Do you agree with me, or do you think I'm talking out my arse? I mean, buses have been in ETS for a long time anyway, Chris, as a mod, especially on TMP. No interest in new DLC, and I think this is a common thing. Is either people are all for it, or they don't really care because it's just some new equipment. And like, they're never going to appeal to the, like, everyone. They're never going to have everybody going, oh my god. But if you look at how people were with Silver and Forest and the first DLC pack that they did with Farm Sim 22 to the reaction of this one and the Exit, What do you mean by them type of maps, Chris? I'm curious as to what you mean by those type of maps. I mean, so this is the other thing, right? And this is my point. Is that the DLC and the maps that they've got out currently, they don't really make much sense, because you got these big tractors, but they don't go very fast, and then you got these massive big, which means that they'd be good for the smaller maps. But they're so big that you can't get them in the fields. And then you've got these massive honking great bits of machinery that, again, like, if I'm hauling something that requires 600 horsepower and I can only go at 20 kilometers per hour or whatever it is, guess what I'm not going to be doing? Getting the big fucking tractor. I ain't got time to sit there and take 3 years to go across the map to get where I'm going. Right? I don't know. I kind of like this map I'm on, though. I'm not going to lie. I think it was Fire that said earlier that he was surprised that it didn't include the versatile harvester. Because that would have been cool. Like, the base game harvesters, we didn't really get a lot. We got the CR11. Right? We got the brand new CR11. Cool. But again, massive piece of kit. The Michigan map. Yeah, I think I've seen a few people say that. I think I've seen a few people say that they've looked at that map. I think that's the one that Tav was on. Same. Sheep. Because again, I couldn't justify the price. Which is the common theme of this game. Like, the things they keep marketing, I haven't used yet because there are better options. Like, if you're going to use base game, go with the S7. Out and out, go with the S7. Best value combine harvester on the game. Nice put together USA map. I would be interested to know if there was a way that they could get some player data to see what the most used pieces of equipment are. Because I'd be really interested, considering everybody, you know, they push the CR11 really hard and the MacDon and everything. Right? I would be really interested to see how many people actually use the MacDon and actually use the CR11, and how many people are now actually using the Nexat, and how many people are going to use the Fords. Because I think that one, and I said this earlier, that they shouldn't have released Rice with base game. Come back to normal harvesters. Right? I don't think they should have released Rice's base game. I think they should have done that as a DLC. Because that was a whole new crop and way of harvesting. It's worth the yield increase. I know there are some people that do, but like generally speaking, Tab, I want to know, like, I want to know the grander scale, right? Because I feel like don't run any of the DLC on a map. I feel like if they'd have bungled the Ford, right? If they'd have put the Ford in as the pre-order bonus as opposed to the MacDon, and then release the MacDon and Rice, right? The Rice Harvester and stuff as DLC, I think they'd have done better. Because people would have bought the game for the Ford, and I think they would have bought the DLC for the new crop and new mechanics. Black Plows to give myself more of a challenge, sort of go back to basics again. That's fair, Sheep. This is what I did on Riverbend. I think I'd have also been happier if we would have had... I think I'd have been happier if we'd have had fewer brands and more machinery on release. Like, I don't understand what happened with JCB. I don't know if they fell out. I don't know if they had a contractual disagreement. But the fact that the only way we've got JCB in the game, the fast tracks in the game at the minute, is through 2 mods, when it was base game in 22, is baffling. Like, utterly baffling. That and the fact that we haven't got, like, the official JCB telehandlers and stuff is just mind-boggling to me. But then we got other stuff from other brands that was small and kind of, okay. And I don't know if that's just what they wanted to do to try and say that they've got X amount of brands in now, but it feels like we've got so much less equipment. What am I doing? All right, okay, so 33 is in between 32 and 34. The land boundaries on this is certainly interesting. Hey, farm boy, how you doing, dude? I guess the other point to all this is, of course, I'm not in marketing. I'm not a developer. So I may very well just be talking out of my arsehole. Right? I may simply be talking out of my behind and clearly not knowing what I'm talking about. How you doing today, farm boy? You well? Feels weird being live this time. A lot of stuff you're saying, well, me anyways, agree with. I mean, if you guys are agreeing with it, then I'm not a complete idiot, I suppose. Oh, I didn't realise that it didn't do the very edge. Farm Boy, raiding with a party of 19. How you doing, dude? Welcome in. How's your stream? Welcome, 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 raiders. I'm Az.
Just raided with 19 viewers.
I'm a simulation caster here on Twitch, TikTok, and YouTube. We're doing some farm sim today, checking out the new DLC, and having a good old wobble and a moan. I'm very well, thank you, dude. I'm very well. Kai, can we get a shout at the top of the stream for Farm Boy, please, if you wouldn't mind? Guys, go and check out Farm Boy. Does a lot of farming. Does some trucking every now and again as well. Let's see what he's up to. See when he's next live. Check him out. And like I say, guys, if you're coming in for the first time, I do a lot of simulation content, and today we are looking at the new DLC for Farm Sim. We've given it a good look over and compared some prices and given my thoughts on it. I'm not overly impressed, but there are some nice pieces in it. And it does look nice. Like, it's a high quality DLC. It's just doesn't really tick my boxes all that much. But I hope you had a good stream, dude. What'd you get up to today? What were you doing? What were you looking at? Also, guys, if I haven't completely put you off the DLC, or if you are thinking that you want to try it out for yourself, or if you've seen some bits of equipment you do like, !FS in the channel. And you can go and check out the DLC from there and support the stream a little bit as well. With 8 wheels, just very slow. The Big Roy, yeah, we're using it to pull the auger wagon at the minute. We bought that. We bought the Ford 976. And right now I'm just buying some fields, harvesting them, and then we'll go from there. I'm glad you had a good stream though, dude. Hope you're enjoying the DLC. Doing a bit of a cheeky evening stream because I've only just got back from Rotterdam. And I've got some content to get up tonight. And then tomorrow I'll get the first impressions review out. So I do YouTube. I've got 2 YouTube channels. One for farm sim content, which has been a little bit light on the ground at the minute because I haven't been here to record any content. And I also run a gaming channel that does reviews and stuff. We'll go and check them out. And I will get a review up probably tomorrow night. Can't remember what game I'm doing. I've got like 10 keys I've got to go through. Companies keep sending me keys. If games could stop releasing now, that'd be great. Give me a bit of a break. Doggos. There is literally no one there. What we plan to do is harvest everything and then merge all the fields together. And then I can sit and figure out how I'm doing it. The biggest problem I've got with a lot of the maps on the mod hub is the fact that the map sprite, the pixels, or whatever you want to call them, the way that they are showcased is really bad. Beautiful. Oh, tough, because I'm terrible. The stream team meeting thingy, my Bobby What's it? Am I to understand that the day was changed? If so, what day and time do I need to be available? If you're still there listening. You press the button for the AI and hold it. Hi-Fi. So it is base game feature. So you hold down the button that selects AI and that will come up with a screen. Let me show you. So obviously I'm on PC, so my button presses are a little bit different, but you press and hold and you come up with this settings, the AI settings. You've got AI worker and steering assist, and then you can set it up how you want. Whether you want to go clockwise, anti-clockwise, up, down, how many headlands you've got. And then you click OK, and it will set it up for you, and then you press the button again to activate it. So you just press the button to activate it, and then you steer to disengage. Or go backwards. Reversing and steering tend to be the quickest way of disengaging, or pressing the button again. Whee. Chill vibes tonight though, guys. All of the chill vibes. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. First stream back from TwitchCon, so the fact that so many of you showed up, all the raids and the support, I really do appreciate it. You're awesome. I will hydrate. Thank you, Jono.
Jono 1210 just redeemed hydrate.
Okay, and around we go. So these are all fairly small fields. Like if I can do all this with the messy, for now at least, we will be getting a bigger combine later on. But for now at least we can do it all with the messy. I want to see what more we've got that are ready to harvest right now. 28 I've done. Oh no, 28's grass. So I might need a mower for that one later. Probably get 36. And then we've got all these down here. See, this is the problem. The way it started is a bit of a nightmare. These fields are interesting. And I'm trying to get them so I can like merge them all together, because I don't really want to cultivate sections and bits when I'm going to be doing them all. But then what I might do, since we've got all the money in the world, is I might just say fuck it and buy a big patch together so we can see how all the equipment works. That might not be a bad idea. Like, it hurts because I'm like, you know, but the money though. But if it'll showcase how all the equipment works and stuff, it might be worth doing it. What do you reckon, chat? Would you like me to see just a load of fields and then me plough over them and then plant with certain stuff so we can see how they work? If you would like to see that, put one in chat. Nobody puts one in chat, I won't do that. I'll just carry on. I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. Jono wants to see me do that. Jono's like, I want to see the world burn. I want to see you tear up fields with crops on it for the lols. Will this destroy the crop? It shouldn't do. No, it hasn't. Cool. Right, so what other canola have we got then whilst I'm doing this? Since nobody wants to see me do that. That's soil composition, don't want that. Want crop types, canola. 48 is canola. Guess we can buy that one and do that one as well. And field 40 is canola. Oh, we've got a big one down here, look. Oh, no we don't. Right, that's it then. 2 fields left. 2 fields left and we'll have done all the canola and then we can look at any others. Precision farming, I don't want that. We want that one. See, like, all these are growing and I could merge them really easily. Okay. Right, we'll go over to 48 then. We'll get that one done. Like I'm just driving around and I've like completely just ignored the fact that I do have a trailer for this header. Like, no. Oh, there is traffic on this map as well. That's more grass, isn't it? So, I mean, I guess we'll tech this. I think there's a silo on my map, but I'm not entirely sure. Like I say, I think there's a silo. I could be wrong. I'm usually wrong. Destroy all my crop. It's fine. Right, I'm being bad. But I don't normally stream at this time, so it's okay. I like the look of the big Roy. I do. I genuinely do. Like, I think it's a cool little tractor. I say little. Hey, Chew. How you doing? Oh, God. How you doing, Chew? Are you well? The AI still can't straighten up. What's new then? Okay, there's a random tree stump there. I wonder if we can grind that down or if that's part... No, that's not a tree stump. That's concrete. Love that for us. What are you up to this evening, Chew? What you doing? What you working on? Oh dear. Sorry, I've got to decide. I'm probably just bung something in the oven tonight. Low effort, can't be asked. So we've got this one and 40 to do. And then I guess we get some mowers. Maybe get the big M. The big special big M. Do some fast farming on here, maybe. Get the big M and the forage wagon. Have I got any animals on this map? I never checked. I started with the starting thing. Right, we've got a pig pasture. Interesting. So if you start with the starting farm on this one, you get the pig pasture. But you only hold 24. Bit shit, if I'm honest. It's not a huge amount. But if you sell 24 pigs every 6 months or so, you make a bit of money. But again, this isn't really a map where we have to worry about making money. So... I've also got to have a conversation with Logitech, which I've just remembered about. Because I was speaking to them on the Saturday and a little bit on the Sunday as well. And I was talking about the G522s that they sent me. And I was saying how TikTok won't register the mic. And you guys are fucking horrendous, by the way. You guys are awful sound testers. Just like to point that out. The amount of people who are like, oh, yeah, no, you're fine, mate. You sound great. You sound perfect. I watched that live back. And you could clearly tell it wasn't using the mic. It was using the mic from the phone. Every last fucking one of you was like, oh, yeah, no, it's the mic. It's fine. You're on. You're all connected. No, it's not. It did not. It refused to connect the mic to Bluetooth. So I've got to bring it up with Morgana and be like, yeah, this is an issue I'm having. Up in Bourne. I'm sorry? Question mark? My condolences? But yeah, so I've got to get in touch with Morgana and be like, yo, so this is something that apparently is a problem. But TikTok and Snap refuses to pick up the microphone. Well, Chu did come in, and she did say hi, but guess she went again. Guess she's busy. Enjoy your ads that start in a minute, friends. Met most of them, eh? Oh yeah, Chew was very happy. Ultra was very jealous, and so was a lot of other people. Chew got a farming sim cow. Chew got a little, like, rubber inflatable cow thing. Very cute. And Ultra sat and proceeded to call me a dick for the rest of the day. When she see that Chew had got one. She's like, I don't like you. I'm like, fuck off. Not my fault Benny likes me more. Shut up. Yeah. I got that and I showed it to... I said to Ultra, I was like, I've got a cow. She's like, what? Well, yeah, little farming sim cow. I got one. She's like, no, you ain't. I was like, fucking hell. I pulled it out. She went, you're a dick. I need to stop doing that. I've got to remember I got fucking crop destruction on. I was like, look, Benny likes me, alright? Leave me alone. Stop gambling, knobhead. Exactly, you won. You need to not do that. Okay, I don't know if that's my fault or not, but it looks like the traffic's having a bit of a mischief. I think it might have been my fault. I think that car might have swerved out the way of me, and as a result, has swerved into the other traffic and now doesn't know what to do. That may be my fault. Possibly, maybe. Kai! 25 months. And actually able to subscribe this month. I appreciate you, Kai. Thank you so much. That takes us to 2 out of 5 for our daily sub goal, guys. If we can get to 5 subs today, we'll give away 50 packs of Streamloots. Guys reminded me I needed to do that. It's funny because you say that, and then every time somebody comes in and gives you a sub before you get the chance to resub with Prime. And it always makes me laugh. But I appreciate you for being here. You're a legend. $25 months. It doesn't feel like it's been that long. It really doesn't. Next IRL event that is local-ish, we are meeting Kai. Alright? I met one of my mods. It's my mission to meet you all now. I don't know what event's coming up next. Like, Insomnia's apparently coming back, but it's coming back in a really shady way. So a lot of us are like, we don't really want to go to it. Maybe Llama. I mean, I've got my hotel booked for Llama, so maybe register for my ticket for that. Because me and Chu were talking about it, and like saving. The problem is if we save for a house, Llama's the one in January, usually held at the NEC. But like we were going to go gun ho and save for a house, but we're like, if we do that, we're going to miss out on so many other opportunities. Like realistically, if we weren't going to the convention and everything, like TwitchCon, we could have probably done a lot more for a lot less this weekend. Like if we go on just another random weekend, it's only about €100 a night at most of the hotels we were looking at. And like the Eurostar's not a bad way to travel, providing they don't kick you out halfway through. So we're like, we want to save and stuff, and we do want to get a house, but at the same time we don't want to sit and let life pass us by. And this is the whole problem with the state of everything at the minute, is that getting a house is so fucking expensive. And like, I want to get things paid off, and I want to be in a better financial position before I even look at getting a mortgage anyway. So it's just shit. So we're probably going to save up and do some more. Why are you not? I didn't press anything then. Why did you stop? That was weird. But yeah, so that's what we're thinking. Obviously now, I think the next thing we'll be saving for will be Whitby. Putting some money in for that. Oh, is that what that was? Oh, of course. I've got that fucking mod on, haven't I? I've got that advanced fucking mechanic mod bullshit on. Yeah, no, that's what it is. That's exactly what it is. I'm stupid. I don't really know why, to be honest. Because this isn't a serious playthrough. I don't know why I've got crop destruction on. I don't know why I've got... I think I've got crop destruction on because I've got precision farming. But then, like, I've got all this money in the account. And I don't know. This is what happens when I'm tired. I'm hoping to get an early night tonight. Like, I'm not doing any big recording. It's just going to be uploading some shorts and recording, like, tomorrow's farming sim short. Getting some food and then chilling with the boys tonight, I think. The engine, yeah, so I've got a mod, advanced machine something or other. And basically, if you don't maintain your machines, if you don't repair them regularly, they'll start having engine malfunctions. And if you don't repair them at all and they get to like low, then they won't even start. So I just completely forgot to do that because I'm smart. No worries. This whole streaming later thing is cool, but that threw me for a loop. And what do you mean taking the bed? Oh wait, no, it's like nearly 7 o'clock. Honestly, plus the fact this getting like it's taking longer for it to get dark and stuff. I ain't got a fucking clue where I am or what I'm doing. At all. I'm sure she'll be back, right? She's not going. Yeah, I bet it is. I bet it is. I was paying attention. What do you mean? I keep forgetting that Farm Sim's got dare drops. So I'm looking at the dogs because they're looking at me. And he does the hole. And I looked at him. And he looked at me. And I looked at him. I know it's a Tenacious D song, but I can't remember which one. No, not tonight, wait. They need to be settled, dude. I did say this at the start stream, but not tonight. They haven't had their DINNER yet, so... From tomorrow when we're back to normal. They're settled. I ain't disturbing them right now. Right, feel 40 then. No, no, you're all good. Nothing to apologise for, dude. I don't know if my mods can refund you the points or not. They might be able to. I can't remember if I set it to automatic complete or whatever. But yeah, with it being the first night that they're back, and they didn't get fed until late this morning because obviously we didn't get back until late last night, so we didn't wake up until late this morning. I don't want to then give them a TREAT and have them not want their DINER. Oh, also, that was another announcement that came. You know how we've been looking and we couldn't work out why I didn't have channel points? It's because it was only to selected people, but they're going to be starting to roll it out. So you'll get your watch streak bonus later on, soon, hopefully. Which is something that's kind of cool. Because it's one that I've wanted for a while on my channel. When features I look and I'm like, I want that. I don't know whether it's going to backdate it or whether you're going to have to start again. But if it does backdate, that's going to be awesome. Oh, pardon me. Where am I going? Oh god. It is very cool. Lots of trees. It's funny because on the Saturday I just went around TwitchCon shouting at all the companies. I went to Farm Sim Booth and shouted at them about everything they broke. Then I went to the Logitech booth and shouted at them about I don't have a Pro Wheel and the G522. Then I went to Stream Elements and shouted at them because the lack of support that we've got for TikTok chat and stuff. Just like I'm just shouting at everybody today. I don't even care. But no, everybody was super nice. I had a really good chat with Stream Elements about how it worked and stuff, and pretty much confirmed what I thought. About everything, about why it wasn't working and stuff. Started. No, they didn't. They didn't actually. No, they were. I mean, I went and bugged Benny and on Sunday again, a couple of times. This is a very oddly shaped field, I'm not going to lie. This is odd. Oh, I have got it. I forgot. Okay, we can harvest a little quicker. This is fine. Skirt, skirt. The only problem with using the real speed mod when you got crop destruction on and stuff is if you ain't careful, you's gonna fill up really quickly and you is gonna destroy like all of your crops. But like I say, this isn't a challenge run, so I don't really care. I don't really care. Also, I didn't realise how far to the left I was. Because obviously I've been using this camera angle for ProCraft. So I'm much further to the bottom left of the camera than I thought. And bottom right if you're on TikTok. I will. I'll be normal tomorrow, it's fine. Remember to put my alarm back on and away we go. Unless I win the 199 million on the Euro Millions tonight, and then I might not be live tomorrow after all. Like, I won't announce that I've won the lotto, but there will be signs like all of a sudden taking a month off and be like, bye, coming back in a mansion a month later. No, see what you see what I said about not realizing and damaging like all of your crops? You remember when I said that? You remember I said that was a thing? Because I remember when I said that was a thing. And then did it anyway. Right, I'm not being funny, but I'm not even halfway to full on this, and that was really struggling to get going then. I don't know if I'm going the right way. I'm usually not going the right way when I'm doing this, but it's fine. I do like the little V on the bonnet though. And I like the way that it opens in and out when you get in and out of it. Kind of cool. Hard life, innit, herbs? Hmm? I don't know what music this is, part of the Epidemic lot, but it's really fucking good. Am I going the right way? I'm not going the right way at all. I'm going completely the wrong way. Got Coro. Right, I think what I'm actually going to do, guys, because it's 10 to 7. I need food. I need to take these idiots for a WALK and then give them some food as well. And it's been a bloody long couple of days. I think we're going to call it there. I want to say a massive thank you for coming in and hanging out today. Honestly, when I get that Switch sorted and I get this fucking desk running so it raises and lowers again, it's going to be magical. But no, thank you for today. It's been a lot of fun. It's been very chill. I know I sound like I've bitched and moaned and stuff, but the DLC is actually alright. It's just, it's not as good as I feel it could have been. But it's been a nice chill stream tonight. I don't know why YouTube on the vertical side of thing saying that live chat is currently unavailable. I don't know what's going on with that. Weird. It's a bit odd. But we are going to go on a raid and I'll be back tomorrow. We're going to be on Roadcraft again. I want to play that game so much, all of the time, never endingly. But I want to see who's on right now. Hey, Dizin. Yeah, no, I'm literally leaving. I don't normally stream at this time at all, and I'm tired. It's been a very long couple of days with travel and everything, but I hope you're doing good, dude. Where are we going? Who do we go and see? How long have you been on for? That was the wrong button. I think they might be leaving, so we're not going there either. Yeah, we did. We did. It's just long. It was just long. Who we got on? Let's go see Wookie. We haven't seen Wookie in a while. Let's go say hi to Wookie. See what he's up to. He's only been live for an hour, so... Thank you again for hanging out today, guys. Really do appreciate it. Copy and paste the raid command and channel where we're going. Alright? I will see you bright and early tomorrow morning, 9 AM, for some more Roadcraft. I'm really looking forward to that. I've missed playing that game. I can't remember where I was or what I was doing, but I know we got lots going on. So, come over with the raids. Have a great evening. Thank you for all the support tonight. It's been absolutely incredible to come back after such a long but brilliant weekend. And I'll see you all later. Love you all. Bye!